Hello y'all, welcome. The project that I'm going to be working on now is I'm going to get my dahlias planted, both the tubers I saved and the ones I started from seed. So that way I can just work on getting more plants cleaned up out of my yard. And so that way I can work on getting the mess cleaned up out of my yard as well. But the first things first is getting all the plants planted. And next on the list is dahlias. So I'll meet you down at the bottom. We're down here at this bottom garden. And this is where we're going to plant the dahlias that I grew from seed and I saved from tubers. Okay, it's starting to get dark, but I wanted to show you we got all our dahlias tubers and seedlings planted here, and on each of the corner there's a couple other bulbs, like each of these corners here there's a couple other bulbs, and over on those corners I'm not sure what they're called. I know I've got a tiger flower, but I have another type of bulb in there too, and I'm not sure which one's which, so I will definitely show you those when they come up though. Alright, we're going to head in for the night because it is much darker out here than it looks on this screen. This time of year the yard becomes messy because it's just the catch-all for the trays, the jugs, the dirt, everything that comes from planting and a garden in the summer and growing seeds in the spring. So I guess right now what we're going to do is just work on kind of getting it straightened up and a little more in order, getting rid of some of the things that need to be gotten rid of, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here's kind of the before picture. And we've got to dump the dirt out of all the jugs that didn't germinate. I'm going to double check them. You know, just get rid of all the stuff that accumulates in the spring. And I've got a lot of stuff from here planted already, but the stuff that's not planted, I'm going to organize and just get them grouped together in the groups that I'm going to plant them in, or the beds I'm going to plant them in. So if I've got flowers that are going to the same bed, I'm kind of going to group those together. I would like to get my porch for my greenhouse cleaned off so I can walk through it once again. And this tomato I've had growing in the jug, this 42-day tomato, I think we're going to actually plant it out into the garden. All right. Toss this tray, baby, 'cause it's just like yeah, the broken ones just toss.
Okay. This one's broken too?
No, keep that one because it's usable.
That's what I thought.
Like if it's broken to where it's not usable, get rid of it. I just want to show where we've gotten to in case it rains and I'm not able to get very much more filmed. I'm going to film as long as I can, but this is where we're at. If it suddenly starts to rain, I will just have to come out and show you the after. So I have a pineapple I started by putting a top in soil. I want to say it's going on a year now. It was maybe 8 or 9 months. Anyway, this thing's getting big and it's in a tiny little pot. And because I bumped into it a couple of times since I've been hardening it off, it's starting to lean. I want to go ahead and get it in the ground today. I'm just going to plant it in one of my flower beds over here, and I'll dig it up in the fall if I have to. Alright. So this is the pineapple plant. See, I bumped into it, so now it's starting to lean. I had it in a bad spot. I'm just going to kind of plant it about where it's at. And I'll dig it up in the fall if I need to and put it in a pot again. This is my pineapple in the ground. I backfilled with a combination of native soil and compost. I try to do that every time I can. And then I put a stick down in it to help keep it from leaning until it recovers from where I bumped into it. I think I may have broken some roots. But it'll regrow those, or it should regrow those and correct itself as long as it likes its spot. Alright, there it is from this angle. Just let it grow and see what happens. First, I want to show this. This wasn't anything we had planned on really doing today, but it got done. All these weeds are cut out. We still need to do back there, but before I can do that, I have to put some boards like I did right there along the back of my garden beds. So it's obvious what to cut down and what not to cut down. Until then, it'll just be a little bit wild. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. This is the after. We ran out of mulch, and also we are going to continue this walkway. And so once we get this walkway finished, we will put more mulch where it needs to be, but for now we've at least got that area done. I did get this stuff over here grouped by use. So these are sages. This right here is some pumpkins and some melons. Well, gourds and melons. Zinnias, flowers, marigolds, like everything's kind of grouped together in a way in which I'm going to plant them. But this is the after. Here in a few days, the colors on these will match and it won't look so obvious what's the new and what's the old. I did overlap a little bit more over there. Alright. There's the after of the front yard for now.